it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2020 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last 2 weeks of November, and this reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all safe and well. And those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving this month, I hope you have a wonderful and safe holiday. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this video today, and for all that you do in support of this channel, for hitting that like button, that subscribe button, your support, donations, feedback, comments, all welcome. Thank you. So this reading is for Libra for the last 2 weeks of November. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, if your Venus is in Libra, if you're cross-watching for a Libran, it's all relevant, but of course will resonate a little differently for everyone, being a general reading. So watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight and perspective into what's going on in your life right now. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for friends and family. We are entering the holiday seasons, and personal readings make great gifts. You can click on the description link below, click on the little arrow that pulls down information. You'll see my email address there. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. And setting up personal readings is done in a fairly timely fashion. I do readings full-time. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with your schedule in mind to get those readings set up as quickly as possible. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. And they do make great gifts as we're going into the holiday gift-giving season. And also particularly popular this time of year are the 6 and 12-month overviews I do, which kind of give you a bit of a look ahead, 6 months or a year, depending on how far ahead you want to look. And a lot of people like to order those as we're headed towards the end of one year and the beginning of a new one. So something to keep in mind. Okay. Libra, let's see what's in store for you for the last 2 weeks of November. I am using a new deck of cards today called the Tarot of Dreams. Beautiful artwork. They're a little larger than the standard deck, and I have small hands, so I'm adjusting to shuffling them. Okay, Libra. We begin with the Knight of Cups, the Sun, the 8 of Cups, the 2 of Coins, the 8 of Coins, the 4 of Cups, and from the bottom of the deck, 2 cards have fallen out. We have the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. These represent the overall energy and focus for the last 2 weeks of November. Something or someone is rushing in quite quickly. We have 2 knights here, the Knight of Fire and the Knight of Water. So passion, excitement, enthusiasm, and emotional as well. Knights usually represent offers and opportunities coming in, or opportunities for change coming in, and typically quite quickly. The Knight of Wands is the Knight of Fire. So this knight is rushing in very aggressively with a lot of passion, desire, excitement, enthusiasm. And the Ace of Wands, which is exciting new beginnings, as aces usually represent the number 1, the start of something new. This is a card that often represents a lot of passion and desire in love and romance situations or connections between 2 people. This is a lot of physical chemistry, kind of the fig leaves coming off in the Garden of Eden. So if this Knight of Wands represents an actual person, they're coming in, they're coming in quite hot with a lot of passion and heat here. We have the Knight of Cups and the 2 of Coins. So here's another knight rushing in. This is a more emotional knight. For love and romance, this would be someone who comes in and courts you in sort of the traditional, roses, fine dining, or whatever kind of dining. This is the Knight of Cups is in love with love itself, comes in declaring is wearing their heart on their sleeves and declaring their feelings. What clarifies that is the Two of Coins. Twos usually represent being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision, kind of juggling between two things, trying to figure out what I need to do in a practical way to accept this offer or make this thing happen. We have the Sun and the Eight of Coins, which is a great combination for money, finances, job, work, especially for those of you who may have, been struggling lately. The Eight of Coins is my worker bee card. It's nose to the grindstone, working hard, working a lot perhaps, maybe burning the candle at both ends because you're successfully building up a solid, stable foundation for yourself. And this is what clarifies the Sun, which usually represents an uplifting of energy, a loosening up of perhaps previously restrictive energies. So Libra, for you, money looks good, job looks good, anything that falls under the earth element, which is what governs the Suit of Coins, money, finance, property, real estate, assets, job, looks quite good. The Sun over it indicates that there may have been some issues in this area prior to this, but that it's, those are lifting up. It looks really good for you in that sense. Then we have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card that represents leaving, walking away from something in order to find your joy and fulfillment. It's a card that represents something has either run its course or that you're feeling disillusioned with it. It's not everything that it's turned out to be. The card after this, of course, would be the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card, which represents getting everything you want, more than what you want, an overflowing of abundance. So in the preceding card here, the Eight of Cups, you're making a decision or perhaps contemplating making a decision to leave something behind because it's not exactly everything that you really want. And clarifying that is the Four of Cups, which can represent, it can be a card that represents ingratitude for what you have, or something being offered to you that you're not quite sure about taking. Sometimes this card can represent, because this person already has three cups upright and full, representing that in whatever area of life, although this would typically represent the emotional area, you're feeling pretty content. You have already three cups. There's another one being offered to you and you're looking at it, but not really sure if it's something you want to take or not. We do have two Knights here, so there is some kind of offer or opportunity for change on the table. But it looks like you may not be interested in taking it because it's not exactly what you want. So in the middle of this, work, money, anything that falls under that earth energy umbrella looks pretty good. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the overall energy, that Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands. Could be somebody rushing in, coming back, maybe a reunion, or, we're entering the holiday seasons, maybe somebody's coming home for the holiday, or you're traveling to see them and you're really excited, very passionate about it. For love, this would be, yes, let's get together and kind of fall all over each other. Let's clarify that. It's very impulsive energy. The Lovers, which can also represent making a choice about a relationship or a choice that might affect a relationship. There are a couple of opportunities for change being presented here. This also represents a passionate, kinetic sort of relationship as well. Yeah, for love, this is two people coming back together again, and really passionate energy, or somebody coming into your environment, Libra, who just really wants to really quite attracted to you, physically attracted to you, lots of chemistry there, wanting to, perhaps wine and dine you and then fall into bed afterwards is kind of what I'm getting. One more card. The Six of Wands, riding back triumphantly, being seen, being recognized. It's a big ego booster card. Yeah, it feels like there's, especially in love and romance, there's something coming in, someone coming in, and there's a lot of passion and heat and exuberance about it as well. You could translate this to work and career, but I don't. I feel like it's more about two people coming together again. So let's clarify the Knight of Cups and the Two of Coins. The Knight of Cups. What is the Knight of Cups bringing or offering? It prompts some kind of decision, or a decision that needs to be made. The Knight of Cups comes rushing in with this, all these words and emotions and offers and the Moon. Interesting. The Moon is not entirely clear. It's not like the sun. Well, the Moon actually reflects the light of the sun, so it's a thin, watery light, and things aren't always what they seem under the light of the sun. And that can also represent, hidden fears surfacing, being afraid of things because they're not entirely clear, a sense of uneasiness or uncertainty kind of in the pit of your stomach. It might be realistic, it might not be realistic. Let's continue clarifying so I can get a whole picture. The Sun and the Eight of Coins looks great. There's a strong implication here of really nice positive recovery, perhaps from, in finances or work or job. Let's clarify that Eight of Coins. The Sun and the Eight of Coins. The Five of Pentacles, which is insufficiency and lack, financial insufficiency and lack, or feeling shut out, not good enough. So for a relationship situation, Libra, this would represent that perhaps after feeling like you've been neglected or ignored, or there's been some distance or something, with somebody coming back in, or this coming back in, coming back together again, you're feeling like the work that you've put into that has been worth it. Financially, this can represent that in the last 2 weeks of November, your finances, anything that falls under that kind of area of your life, is seeing a really nice positive improvement after having some difficulty in that area. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. What's driving this sense of leaving? I feel like it's thinking about leaving. There's an offer coming in, but almost as if you're not sure if it's good enough for you, or that it doesn't really have a lot of realistic substance to it. The Three of Wands, which represents feeling optimistic about the future because you're beginning to see things pay off of the work that you've put into something. Yeah, I think that you're contemplating leaving a situation, not taking action on it yet, but leaving a situation or turning down an opportunity and leaving because it's not good enough, or it doesn't feel like it has substance. Because that's pretty much what I'm seeing here overall, regardless of whether this is business or a relationship issue. It feels like someone's coming in, hot and heavy, with all this passion and excitement and emotional energy and words. And they're saying, I want you to have this, and I want you to be mine, and I'm, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups is lovely, passionate, overwhelming, emotional energy, but there's not a lot of substance behind it, earth energy or air energy, that mental energy. The Knight of Cups, kind of comes charging in on his horse to serenade you under your window, moonlight, candlelight, and all of that, promising the sun, the moon, and the stars, and he wants to be with you forever and ever and ever, or she. But in the light of day, as things play out realistically, when the baby's sick or the diapers need to be changed, the bills need to be paid, or you have an argument or don't see eye to eye on something, the Knight of Cups is kind of like, but I want the moonlight and the candlelight and the serenading, He often has trouble in the realistic follow-through down the road. And what I'm getting here, Libra, is that for those of you for whom this is a relationship reading, there's a coming back together again, and it's got all this lovely fire and emotion, but it feels like you're very cautious about it. It feels like perhaps for some of you, this is kind of a cycle that's just gone around and around and around it again, it being great and then distance and leaving or ignoring, and the person comes in and they present. It's all about the presentation and the moment and now, which is great, but in the follow through, it hasn't proven to be of substance to you in the things that you really need, the things that you want, the support, all of that, in light of how much you have put into this situation, be it a job or a relationship. And because of that, every time this cycle comes back around again, especially if there's been, this person goes and comes and goes and comes and goes and comes, it's not quite as exciting as it used to be, because, it's sort of like you're thinking, yeah, you're coming back in and saying all this, but is it really like a cardboard cake sort of thing? The cakes you see in fancy bakery windows, which are beautifully decorated, but they're actually made out of cardboard. They're there for decoration to kind of lure you inside to purchase products, but they're a structure. When you cut into them, there isn't anything actually in there. And I think that's kind of what's holding you back here. And I think you might be contemplating, not taking action on it yet, but contemplating saying no to this offer, and maybe contemplating leaving, so that you can have hope for a future in which you get the things that you want and that you need. That's what I'm getting here. So for the last 2 weeks of November, because it's just really a fairly short period of time, it looks like you may be enjoying the being wanted and seen and all of that kind of stuff. But underneath that, you're not sure if this is something you're going to last, or that if you're really interested in kind of buying into again. So you're just it's kind of an undercurrent thinking, All right, Libra, that is your reading for the last half of November. I hope you found it useful. Again, if you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for friends, family, or loved ones, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, be blessed, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.